Hi guys, welcome back to Mike Bros. Today I'd like to show you something cool from this DVD. Pooh's Grand Adventure: The Search for Christopher Robinson. This here is a special edition DVD from 2006. The film itself was first released on August 5th, 1997. Now, here's something really cool I'd like to show you that's inside the DVD case. So the disc is on the right side here, and on the left there's something cool I want to show you. Just need to remove these here. And there's something amazing is right here. Let's just take this out, close the DVD, and now here it is. This here is actually a story about the movie itself. And today I will be reading the story. Here we go. Hummed Pooh to himself as he walked along with butterflies. "Hello, Pooh Bear," cried Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin had something important to tell Pooh, but he was having a hard time getting the words out. "Pooh, if ever we're apart, everything you and Piglet and Tigger and Rabbit need is right inside. If any of you ever feel unsure or afraid, just remind yourselves, we're braver than we believe, stronger than we seem, and smarter than we think." Pooh pooishly misremembered it. "We're braver than a bee, and longer than a tree, and looser than a goose. Or was it a moose?" "Remember," said Christopher Robin, "even if we're apart, I'll always be with you." The next morning, Pooh found a lonesome little honey pot on his doorstep with a honey-soaked note taped to its side. Not knowing what the note said, Pooh and pals went to Owl's to find out. Owl read the note except for the words hidden by the honey. "Dear Pooh," began Owl, "worry about me. I am going far away. Help!" And the note is signed Christopher Robin. Then, with great drama, Owl peeled away another glob of honey and discovered where Christopher Robin went. He spelled it out loud. He's gone to SCHOOL. And then he mispronounced the word skull. "We must help Christopher Robin. We must help him get back," cried Pooh. "That's the spirit," shouted Owl. "A grand and dangerous journey through the great unknown. Of course, you'll need a map." Owl drew a map, completely unaware of how his words had created terrible worry in the minds of the others. They imagined heffalumps, woozles, jaguars, and beware the fabled Skulosaurus, declared Owl. "Skulosaurus?" they cried. "Off you go," said Owl. "Adventure's a wonderful thing." Map in hand, honey pot under his arm, Pooh and friends went off on their journey to rescue Christopher Robin. Happily, there wasn't a woozle in sight. Then a noise stopped them in their tracks. Burble, gurgle, growl. Could it be the Skulosaurus? And that's when their adventures really began. First, Piglet got carried away by a flock of butterflies. They flew him up, 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 but he was too afraid to look. "Piglet," cried Pooh, "Christopher Robin told me to remind you that you're bigger than a leaf. I mean bolder when you're green." But it didn't make Piglet any less afraid. After Pooh helped save Piglet, the five friends continued their search for Christopher Robin. Whoosh! All of a sudden, a big gust of wind blew the map away. "Don't lose it. We're nowhere without that map," warned Rabbit. Tigger tried to get the map and bounced right onto a huge log that bridged a gorge. Bounce, bounce, creak went the log, and it dropped halfway down and got stuck. Poor Tigger didn't think his tail had enough strength to bounce back up. "Don't worry, Tigger," Christopher Robin said. "You just have to remember you're taller than a beam. Or was it slower than whipped cream? Do you feel any bouncier now?" But Tigger didn't. everybody joined together to pull him up, up, up. Instead, they all ended up in the muddy river below. As luck would have it, the map floated down there too. They climbed out of the river and continued their journey into the night. When the fog rolled in, lost and afraid to admit it, Rabbit grew more and more worried. He wondered out loud what Christopher Robin would say if he was there. He'd say that Rabbit is just not smart enough to know where to go or what to do. Pooh reminded Rabbit what Christopher Robin had said. At a time like this, all you have to do is remember, you're smarter when you're pink. Does that help? He asked hopefully, but it didn't. Then, through the fog, Pooh caught a glimpse of a gigantic cave, a good place to camp out. While the others slept, Pooh ventured outside, alone under the moonlight, and missing his best friend. So much, he hung a wish on every star and asked the night to take care of Christopher Robin. The next morning, Piglet came out of the cave, turned around, and saw it for the first time. Oh, dear! It's Skull! Knowing that's where Owl said Christopher Robin was, they slowly went back in to find him. As they hurried this way and that through the cave's maze of tunnels, a very loud growl sent them scurrying, except for Pooh, who slip-slided right out of sight. And that's when Rabbit saw it, the eye of the skull, and a tiny ledge just beneath it. They knew Pooh would want to rescue Christopher Robin. They just didn't know how to get up to the ledge. Rabbit didn't think he wasn't smart enough to figure it out. I'll try for Pooh. And oh, joy, an idea came. Tigger could bounce Piglet up to the ledge. Then Piglet could tie a root to a rock on the ledge, and they could all climb up. Tigger didn't think his bent-up tail could make a bounce like that. I'll find the strength for Pooh. Piglet turned white from his fear of high places. I'll be brave for Pooh Bear. Moments later, after a valiant effort, they let out a triumphant cry. We did it! Suddenly, they heard footsteps. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The sounds got closer and closer. And then they saw Christopher Robin. We were searching for you, but on the way I found something else. I'm braver than I thought, squealed Piglet. I'm stronger than I thought, boasted Tigger. I'm smarter than I thought, said Rabbit. Of course you are, just like I told Pooh, Christopher Robin explained he was at school, not Skull, and asked where Pooh was. The Skullosaurus gobbled him up, said Piglet. Growl, gurgle. That's no Skullosaurus, giggled Christopher Robin. The only thing that makes that sound is the rumbly-tumbly of a hungry for honey Pooh Bear. Then there he was. Pooh! They all cried. Christopher Robin told them all about school. It was scary at first, but I thought of how brave Piglet can be, and that helped. Sometimes I didn't know if I'd had the strength to go on, but I thought of Tigger, and that got me through, and once I found myself feeling very much alone. Then what did you do? Asked Pooh. I thought of you. Pooh smiled, a knowing smile. It's what I would have done, Christopher Robin. The end. And yep, that's the end of this story from the special edition DVD of Pooh's Grand Adventure. What did you think? I think it was pretty amazing, just like the movie itself. Anyways, that'll be the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more Micros videos. Bye-bye!